Why would Dakota do a thing like this? Patrick happens to be the best friend he's got in the family.
Best friend he had, he was out to get Conchetta. He got me only by accident.
Get Conchetta?
The only thing we can figure out is that Dakota was still harboring that grudge over Melinda.
Well, that's too weird. Oh, I'm sorry. It's all conjectural.
Conchetta and I overheard you guys in the bar one day, Dakota was saying that it should have been her and not me who was on duty that night. You yourself, you were saying that the whole thing smacked like somebody carrying a grudge. Well, hard as it is to admit, that person was Dakota.
All right, I agree. His behavior toward Conchetta has been far from exemplary, but all the rest of the stuff you boys are throwing at me, it's pure circumstantial evidence. I'm sorry. A lot of little things don't necessarily add up to guilt.
Not unless you take into consideration how quickly Patrick was cleared of the charges. As soon as he and Francis presented the incriminating tapes to Dakota.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that he got that doctor in Pennsylvania to send me the EKGs.
How would Dakota know a doctor in Pennsylvania? And did anybody even bother to call this doctor in Pennsylvania to find out what was up?
Yeah, I called him to thank him. And all I got from the guy was that he was doing a follow-up on Augie's condition. He found out about the malpractice suit from the guy's brother-in-law. He was outraged about it. And he sent me the EKGs.
Seems pretty reasonable to me.
Oh, come on, Da. I mean, why do you insist upon defending Dakota in the face of all logic?
Well, why do you insist on condemning a man for what seems to me to be purely coincidental?
There are no coincidences here. We have enough evidence on the man to hang him.
Well, it's just sad, isn't it, that we'll never know the real truth. And sadder still, that two sons of mine would go sneaking around behind my back to hang another member of this family. Just not right. It hurts.
John, it was a drastic step because a lot was at stake.
How much of this do you happen to know? Did you happen to know?
All of it.
And you never told me.
I take full responsibility for that, John.
Julian, I am so sorry. You know, it was almost a really great party.
Oh, honey, come on. Don't worry about it. It was great while it lasted, and I appreciate the effort.
It doesn't look like that too well.
Ooh, boy. I mean, I was really stunned the way this whole thing blew up.
You mean you didn't have an inkling that this was going on?
Well, I mean, I knew they suspected that he was involved in this malpractice suit, and I knew that Frank and Pat were up to something that they weren't about to tell me, but I certainly didn't expect entrapment and blackmail.
Well, it's par for the course with Frank Ryan. He's entitled to whatever he wants.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm surprised they allowed themselves to get caught. Frankly, I find it rather amusing.
Roger, come on.
I'm sorry. You're right. It is serious. And judging by what I've seen of Dakota lately, he had it coming.
So did Delia. The two of them have been thick as thieves ever since he helped her pull that necklace trick on us. They're regular Bonnie and Clyde.
But come on, I wouldn't go that far, Maggie. The one I'm worried about here is Delia. Obviously, she is more deeply involved with Dakota than I realized.
All right, Dakota, I want the truth.
Well, take a number.
I went on a very long limb to defend you in front of people that I care very, very much about. So tell me I didn't make the biggest mistake of my life. And tell me that you didn't set up my Patty.
Lord, I'm getting tired of having to explain myself to everybody. No! I did not set up your Patty. He and Frank set me up with the help of your friend Malachi Malone.
Okay, I can buy that. But why did you cause trouble between Maeve and Johnny? Don't you realize what you've done?
Yeah, and you want to know something else? I don't give a damn.
Well, that one really turned around and bit you right in the face, didn't it?
Well, I'd do it again. I'd do it all again tomorrow. I just made one big miscalculation. I didn't figure on Dakota being stupid enough to go public with the whole thing. We should have told Da from the very beginning when we had something on Dakota.
Oh, yeah, but you were so convinced of your own brilliance that you didn't think anything could possibly go wrong.
Oh, no, that's not it. You're just trying to save Dakota. Da's feelings about Dakota, that's all.
Oh, a mistake, honey. Well-intentioned, but a mistake.
Yeah? Yes, I know. Well, it's all over with now, right? What about you?
What about me?
Well, I thought I would have cold fury coming from you, or hear a lecture on ethics or something. I don't know.
Why, because of the stunt you pulled, or the fact that you didn't tell me about it?
Both.
Yeah, well, I must admit that, you know, I was a little ticked off that you didn't tell me, but then on the other hand, I did understand it from your point of view. However, I'm still disappointed in you and Patrick.
There was no other way that we saw that we could stop Dakota causing all this trouble.
Frank, come on. You were a lawyer and a Catholic. Now, didn't your parents and the nuns in law school teach you that a good end does not justify dishonest means?
I'm telling you, Jillian, it was the only way, period.
Oh, come on, you didn't even try another way. You just barreled along gleefully, waiting for Dakota to get his comeuppance. And then all hell broke loose.